So you searched up what is the best builds for Titan in Season 22. Knowing full well there's no such thing as a best build. Depends on the situation, depends on the activity, depends on your role. So here is my favorite new build in Season 22. Please like and subscribe and watch the Twitch stream. Or not, whatever. It's the new aspect for Strand Titan's Banner of War. You can pick it up from the pond in Neo Muna. Defeat a target with a melee attack or finisher or sword to raise a Banner of War that pulses with energy, periodically healing nearby allies, increasing melee and sword damage. Melee damage is increased by 40%, sword damage is increased by 10%. You can have up to 4 stacks of Banner of War. You get more stacks by getting more melee and sword kills to max of 4 stacks. Increasing the Banner of War stacks only increases the speed of the healing pulses that it sends out. Allies that get kills within your banner's range will also increase your stacks. Something to note is that Banner of War also stacks with other Banners of War. So you could have multiple Titans all running Banner of War, and each healing pulse will heal each of you. Any of the other aspects work well with Banner of War, but my favorite was Into the Fray, because when you have Woven Mail active, your melee regeneration rate is increased, which lets you do more melees, which lets you keep up your Banner of War at a higher stack. As far as what fragment combinations to use with Banner of War, I think 2 are mandatory, which are Threat of Warding, picking up an Orb of Power grants Woven Mail, and Threat of Fury, damaging targets with Tangles grants melee energy. This lets you loop your melee kills, your Tangle kills, giving you more melee energy so you can keep up your Banner of War more consistently. The other 2, I think, can depend more on your playstyle. I also think that Grenade is playstyle dependent. For stats, I focused on Resilience for more damage resistance and Strength to get my melee back faster so I can again keep up my Banner of War at a higher stack. As far as what exotics to run, Synthoceps, when surrounded, increase your melee damage, which does stack with the 40% increase in melee damage from Banner of War, making it very strong. You could also run Strongholds, which have been changed in Season 22, and now swords give a 100% damage resistance with Strongholds, which you can hold and guard forever. And if you hit an enemy right after blocking their damage, you're granted Restoration ×2 on top of the Healing Pulse with Banner of War, making you probably impossible to kill. For exotic weapons, I tried many combinations out. I ended up liking Monte Carlo with its new catalyst the best, because the bayonet stab gets increased damage from Banner of War's buff and from Synthoset's buff. Monte Carlo is also good because it gets your melee back faster, which is important for Banner of War. Other strong exotic weapon contenders include Tractor Cannon, which will debuff your enemies so you can do even more damage to them, and Vexcalibur, the exotic glaive, which gives you an overshield when you block and deal range damage. That overshield refreshes whenever you do a glaive melee. Meleeing with the glaive will not only extend your overshield, it'll also give you more stacks of Banner of War. Important mods to run included having heavy-handed, so with every melee kill, I was getting an Orb of Power, which would then give me Woven Mail. Using melee kickstart isn't helpful too often, because in order for melee kickstart to work, you have to use it when you only have 1 melee charge. And with Strand melee, you have 3 charges, and you have to use the melee at the correct time for melee kickstart to work. So I just went with Grenade Kickstart in order to suspend or grapple more often. Other mods that I chose, I don't believe were as important and are more playstyle dependent. Also make sure to have on Strand related perks in your artifact this season, such as refreshing pickups, communal pickups, and frenzied stacks. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments. I'm trying to make my YouTube not suck.